Good morning. I'm Joseph. This is Input English. Welcome to episode number 2 of the Easy English series on the Input English channel. This series of videos is very easy. I speak slowly. I pronounce the words very clearly. And I will show you a lot of things so you will understand. Where do you think we are? What is this place? This is the beach. We are at the Pacific Ocean. And you can see right here, the Pacific Ocean is coming right up to my feet. You can hear the waves. These waves on the ocean are silent out on the ocean. They only make noise here at the beach when they break. These waves are breaking as they come into the beach. That's when we hear the sound. Out in the ocean, these waves are silent. I'm standing on the beach. Down here, the sand is very wet. It's full of water. But up here, the sand is dry. This water is seawater. It has a lot of salt in it. It tastes like salt. This beach is a state park. This park is owned by the state of California. We pay a little bit to come in here. Not much, just a little bit. It's Saturday morning. It's not very busy. Perhaps later in the day, it will be busier. Now, what else do we see here? You see a shipwreck. That's an old ship that has been here on this beach for many years, and it is gradually breaking up. The ocean is breaking it into smaller and smaller pieces. Right now, you can see the shipwreck. Behind me, there are cliffs. The land goes up very steeply, and that is a cliff. So what is this? What is this thing? This is a piece of driftwood. This is a trunk of a tree that died, and for some reason, it was in the ocean, floating in the ocean for a long time. It has broken down. It has changed because it was in the water for a long time. It was transformed from a tree trunk to this, which we call driftwood. We call this driftwood because it was drifting in the sea. It was floating in the sea. Some people collect driftwood. Some people take it home. Artists might use driftwood to make a sculpture. Other people might collect driftwood to build a fire on the beach. I don't think fires are permitted in this park. They're prohibited. No fires here. But some places, people might build a fire on a beach. Under the water, there are a lot of creatures, a lot of animals that we can't see from here. Under the water, in this bay, in this large bay, there are whales and sharks, sea lions, and a lot of fish. There are a lot of sea creatures in the water, but from here, from this beach, we can't see them. They are there. They are in the water. They're just invisible to us. They're hidden. Here we have some seaweed This is a plant that grew in the ocean. This piece of seaweed broke loose and was washed up onto the shore. We would also call this kelp. It's a type of seaweed. There's a lot of kelp in this area. Some people come here to the ocean, to the beach, to fish. This type of fishing is called surf fishing. They catch fish from the ocean. Here we have the visitor center for this state park. What is this? What is this thing? This is a bone. This is a bone from a whale. A whale died, and this bone was found. Here's another bone from a whale. I am inside the visitors center. This is a display inside the visitors center. These are bones from the spine of a whale, many whales. These are old specimens from whales that died a long time ago. These have been changed into stone. These are fossils. This is a whale bone, but this is a fossilized whale bone, this one here. These are fossils because they have been changed into stone. Here we have a display related to that shipwreck. This display tells the story about that ship. This is a model of that ship that's now breaking apart in the ocean. This display tells the story about that old ship. Here we have another vertebra from a whale. Here we have some fossils of shells. There are 3 bones here that came from whales that have died. This is a rib. That is a lower jawbone. And this is a vertebra. This is from the spine of a whale. This display talks about the different types of whales that one sees in Monterey Bay. This display shows some birds which have been preserved. The casual term is they are stuffed. They are preserved for display. This bird is a cormorant. This type of bird is common here in Monterey Bay. They fish for fish. They eat fish from the ocean. This is a preserved pelican, and there are a lot of pelicans flying around that shipwreck. This type of pelican we call a brown pelican. While I was in the visitor center, I spoke with the park ranger. The ranger told me that this bone has been identified as a jawbone. This is the jawbone of a whale. Specifically, it is the right jawbone. It is not the left. It is the right jawbone. That jawbone is upside down. Here we have a bathroom, basically a toilet. This is for the visitors to the park. And here in front of the bathroom, we see parking spaces, but they are marked in blue, and they have a design here that shows a diagram of a wheelchair. This is handicap parking. It is for people with disabilities, and it's important so that people can have access to this bathroom. This is a picnic shelter. There is a roof, but there are no walls. The roof is supported by poles like this. Inside this shelter, there are many picnic tables. Here, behind the shelter, there is a barbecue. This is where people can cook food to serve to themselves and to their guests on a picnic. Not all the picnic tables are under the shelter. Some of the tables are here, like this, outside the shelter. Some people like to sit outside and absorb the sunlight. Other people would protect themselves from the sunlight. They don't want a lot of sun exposure. These are the stairs going down to the beach. On the side of the stair, you can see this handrail. Now, I am in a different location. I drove the car from down there up to this location. This is up on the high ground. This is above the cliff. Here you can see the cliff. And I was parked right there. I was walking out there, and those were the steps that I walked down. There is the shipwreck. So this is the same place, but I'm up on the top of the cliff. This place here, the high ground above water like this place is called a bluff. We're up on the bluff and we can look down to the water. There is some danger here because there is an edge and one could fall off this cliff. One could fall and be injured. So this is a little dangerous. I hope you liked this episode number 2 of Easy English on the Input English channel. I invite comments below. You can write comments in any language you want. Please subscribe to this channel. It really helps. We'll see you next time on this Easy English series at Input English. See you soon.